Double jump. I-beam. 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, 12 damage. One from the weapon. One from the weapon, and Gaby has done it. The impossible kid. He called his shot months and months and months ago, Raven, and he has done it. He is our world championship representative, and look at what it means.
When you think of the best player currently in Hearthstone, there is a lot of great players that come to mind, but no player is like Gaby. Gaby first started playing Hearthstone when he was 8 years old. He was inspired to play Hearthstone by watching 2 French YouTubers playing a Murloc deck. After starting to play the game and getting really good at it, he started to look for some tournaments. Gaby was trying to compete in tournaments for the very first time. Due to his age, he was not allowed to compete, but it actually became the driving factor and his motivation in order for him to become the best player in the world.
What keeps you motivated to keep playing so much and grind all the time?
When I was 12, I was very close to qualify for a tournament. We're just not allowed to compete in it because I was too young. Like since 11 years old, and I was kind of mad about it because I was able to qualify for playoffs, and they just say no, you can't. Kick W.
And then he made it to rank 1 legend for the very first time at the age of 10. Give you some comparison, I didn't hit legend for the very first time until I was 18. That's incredible. Not only is Gaby extremely good on ladder, he's also an extremely good player at tournaments. Even though Gaby failed to qualify for the very first 2 Masters Tour, he has qualified for every single Masters Tour since. And not only has he qualified, he has done extremely well in every single one. It wasn't until we had Masters Tour Orgrimmar where we saw Gaby do something that we've never seen anyone do before.
5, 8, 10, 12 damage on board, and he can't remove anymore with Alexstrasza in the hand. That's game. I think that's game. I think Gaby might have done it.
But he sees that there's nothing dying, and I think Gaby has realized it as he has overcome with emotion, recognizing that he may have just done it, and he has done it. He has grinded. He is your Masters Tour Orgrimmar champion. Congratulations to Gaby from France, the 15-year-old phenom.
Not only did Gaby do extremely well at Masters Tour Orgrimmar, he ended up winning the entire thing. Not only is it extremely impressive for a person to win a Master Tour, Gaby did it at the age of 15 years old, which makes Gaby the youngest player ever to win a Masters Tour. If that wasn't impressive enough, Gaby, due to his extremely great performances in previous Masters Tours, had enough points to be promoted into Hearthstone Grandmasters, which also makes Gaby the youngest player ever to be a Hearthstone Grandmaster. If you don't know what Hearthstone Grandmasters is, it's basically where the 16 best players from each region fight against each other weekly. Now, Gaby, being a new Grandmaster into the system, had a lot to prove, especially with the amount of hype surrounding him. Gaby didn't just prove himself. Gaby did one of the best season performances we've ever seen in Hearthstone Grandmasters. At an astounding 81.6% win rate, Gaby not only did fantastic in the first season he competed in Grandmasters, he also qualified to play at the World Championship in 2021.
Incredible months of his first season of Grandmasters and an incredible year of performances to even get there. Huge congratulations to Gaby. He is going to be joining Frenetic as the European representatives at the World Championship this year.
I was going to go through how amazing it is that Gaby was able to win European Grandmasters in his first season at such a young age. But I think Sottle, one of the casters for European Grandmasters, articulated my thoughts exactly.
It's unbelievable. I'm genuinely at a loss for words, and that is an extremely rare state for me to be put into. I cannot put into the confines of the English language how staggering this year of Hearthstone has been from Gaby. He is beating people at the rate in which a top player beats a mid-tier player in a fighting game.
Everyone thought, including myself, that Gaby was actually going to go to Worlds and win the entire thing, which probably would have cemented himself as one of, if not the best Hearthstone player of all time. Before the World Championship started, we got a brand new expansion with Fractured in Alterac Valley. This definitely shook up the meta quite a bit, and we were very excited to see what decks the competitors would bring. Gaby was doing extremely well at the World Championship. He made it all the way to the semifinals, where he went against the defending champion Glory. The game was very close at 2-2. One more win and Gaby would have got to the World Finals.
6 cards left. Talented Arcanist, Moarg. So if he can get Talented Arcanist, Moarg, Guild Trader with Chaos Leech. I mean, right now he's going to die.
Yep.
So that's like the biggest thing. And Chaos Leech is the only lifesteal card he has remaining. He's dead. He's just going to throw away his cards. I think that's it.
Pleasure doing business.
Looking like it, TJ.
He's got nothing left. Yeah, he's just going to deck himself out. Gaby has had an incredible year. One of the best, if not the best year for a single player that we've ever seen. And the hype is real, and it's deserved for him as a player. He's very young.
Even though Gaby ended up losing to Glory in the semifinals of the World Championship, it is not to be understated how impressive of a player Gaby ended up being throughout the year and will probably be for the rest of his competitive career. The two people that he lost to in the World Championship was Glory and Possessi, both of which made it to the finals of that tournament, with Possessi taking the World Championship.
Enough targets on board to get the combo damage there. Possessi is your 2021 Hearthstone Grandmasters World Champion.
Even though Gaby did not win the World Championship, I think it's safe to say that Gaby is one of the best players currently living that plays Hearthstone. And just a reminder, he is now 16 years old, which means his Hearthstone career has still a ways to go, and I expect him to keep on continuing being this dominant force in the competitive scene. It's very easy to look at a player and say, wow, that player is very good. But what sets Gaby apart is not only his play, but his attitude. When you watch Gaby play on Grandmasters or at a tournament, Gaby is wearing his heart on his sleeve. When he makes a sick play, you can see it. When Gaby is stressed, you can see it. This whole video, I've been trying to showcase how emotional Gaby is as a player. And when you have that kind of player with such talent at such a young age, you could see why people want to get behind him and root for this guy to win everything. Gaby, I know you didn't win the World Championship and you lost to Glory, but that doesn't matter, because what matters is the fact that you're an amazing player and you have such an exciting career ahead of you. And I quite frankly probably speak for a lot of people when I say, I can't wait for you to win a World Championship, but just make sure you could pass your math tests. Thank you so much for watching this video. These videos take a long time, so I would really appreciate a like. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another one of these types of videos. If you want to let me know who you think would be a really cool person to do one of these videos on, leave a comment down below. But as always, you look fantastic, and I'll see you in the next one.